Hello. Here we go. One love. Captivate ego with higher mind until the two of you get along. Voice of reason over trickster. Trickster ultimately decides. So, a solution of these two force element, reasoning and free will. Just let your conscience be your guide. You first have to go to the center of the earth, the daughter earth, before you can use the brother moon to lift off the mother sun and skip the grandma galaxy to the great grandma soup. Yet, to ground yourself to the earth takes an ability to go into the core of the planet, which is the back route, which is not a safe way. So we should practice a safe way, which is why we write raps and rhymes, so that you can learn it, the bridge to divine. So Andrew Alexander Douglas, which is myself, wrote this right here. Music a must for combination, sublimation, as above so below, subconscious roots, conscious tree trunk, divides supervision, aspect ratio intervention, surge Tarzan-like connections, intuitions to tree of the mind, have the power to record, access, and build any machinery put to the test, but only ones that stand the test of time. Unlimited freedom exists when we combine our past lives, crack the egg of ego self, scrambled higher, mink rode in on yoke, and scrambles 4, not just 2 messages, just for kicks, cook it up on a knowledge and love, intuition, aroma, promotes, barbecues and rides straight to the top, crown, cream of the crop, so to speak, frequently flyer miles and the fires for freedom. For freedom! Freedom! For sure, combining the sub, unlocking the library of love, intensely sprocket, divine lightning, chopstick, anything can be made aware. Eliminate the need to feed 2 sides and below. It's a giant text. Neverland, marbles. I'm back. Wow, what a poem. Acceptable responses, one that topsies all previous artists. Being in communication, the last model placement derives 9/10 of the law, especially when we ponder and recognitions administer while participating in song. There is one I in speech, but in singing we all I get along. A way of connections throughout all isometrics, react and adapt via sources of that which surrounds, mirrored to a fine tip, gradually winding the spindling rip, juggling frequencies until a tear can be seen split. Reverse engineering, leaving a new place in time, viewing new pinnacles throughout all we can rebuild, hip, XY hop. Yeah, what about HIM? Approximately 140 years, which is 8 generations, prophecy, which is what I'm telling you. I'm not a prophet, but this is the prophecy. Years either way, they have reincarnated long ago, 8 generations fold. It's only unusual people don't understand myself. I already read this, so I'm reading it again, but... So I'm used to not being responded to. Rather, I end up talking with myself. Not by choice. Say what you want to say, not call upon those that have passed beyond the grave, where their memory legacy forever rests in place. By our shared genetic memory of the past is in the past. This is the now, and we're moving towards the future of HIM. Sacrifice spins the world alone, tucks in corners, that's obvious, of the ocean. I respect JC, but he's not himself. As of late, we cannot reanimate corpse. Just a theory, really, but what's the good without women first? We need to put her as 1, us men as 0, which are boys and girls. Boys 0, girls 1, children 2. I don't need an explanation. That's what it is. First, we need to cure the world. Don't let the children take care of the adult problems, please. We need adults that think like sacrifice and importance actually matter. First, we need to cure the world first, before we can celebrate and mourn about the truth of our prophets, being mastered for prophets. That means that we need to cry about losing the greatest people. That's right. Yet we have to first heal ourselves so that we can handle the sadness and the sickness that comes from it. We need to have a replacement ready for when the teachings transition. They go from old to new. So that new has to be ready to replace, right? As we unfold the old and let that new take over, But we have to have that new, because if you just unfold the old without the new, you'd just be going down, right? Which is why people are afraid. It's okay. We have time. The most important thing is now, but nothing necessarily needs to happen right now. Plain words fall on deaf ears like drops without ripples. Only respond to lava necktied at the throat. For a restraint and courage to speak. If you need to go to jail and have me talk to you through the bars, we can do that. To speak loud, scream therapy can get violent. But it's a cure for neurosis. Scream all you want. No one can hear you down there. It's a cure for neurosis. I love my mother and father. If you can say that 10 times fast, then you're good. Is instant and permanently topples the towers of narcissistic cages. They did the best they could. Okay? It wasn't your fault. Alright? And it wasn't my fault for sure, but never mind that. Love only gets bigger. It's true. And we just have to believe that we can be better. We can do better. You can do better. Okay? Today is today. And tomorrow is today. Okay? Knowledge is infinite. But the truth is blind. We just came up with that. That's good. So let's finish this up here. The cure for neurosis is instant and permanently one and done. Topples the towers of narcissistic cages, shames that bind us and attachments, creating the need to possess this or that. Why? For which we do not own a thing. Our experience is the only value borrowed from our youth. 8 generations in the future. So go ahead and experiment on the past is the past, and the future is the future, which is the higher mind and the ego self. You be responsible and never subject a youth to anything other than unconditional encouragement, in supporting positive reinforcement, based in love. If love is all there is, by both mother and father, love is all that can be. You have to understand there is no original sin. We start perfect and we learn to be imperfect. So if we learn to be perfect, unconditional love, from both father and the mother, then we'll be able to, have a bright and, a very fruitful future. Some say the moon is artificial hollow, but Sumerian tablets tells of Kingsu, decent, clever observation. Yet still the old other moon is the sun, dude, is wrong. It's a perversion. The male is the moon, and the female is the sun. She, it, earth. Last I checked, chicks were hot and dudes were cold. Never. No, I could be wrong entirely. So just cook your dung biscuits at 180 degrees to kill the bacteria from the chicken, and above, any poultry needs to be cooked at least 180 degrees. For safety purposes, 1 part safety, 1 part fun. It's half of a circle, the diameter. So 180. So food safety certified to boot. One love. Peace, honor, respect. Be peace.